Hello, AP Art History. I am sorry that I can't be there with you today. I am helping my wife out who had a procedure that we needed to take care of quickly. Everything's great. That's good, but we're in recovery right now. Just takes a little bit of time, so I will be at school soon, but I'm not sure exactly when that day is going to be. If it's going to be like tomorrow or next week, or maybe even next week, Wednesday. So soon I will see you though, but before I get there, I wanted to go over a couple things with you and also kind of give you an idea about what the class is going to be like. So when you go into Canvas where you are now, you can go to Syllabus, which should bring you to this page, a little introduction, and our course syllabus. Which tells you a little bit about the class. First thing that I want you to be aware of is that there is no textbook for this class. We're going to be using resources like these websites. Learning Art History is from a professor that I took a seminar from last year before I taught this class for the first time. Smart History is the website that most people use. These two websites I discovered over the course of last year. They are other art history teachers, and they are both very helpful. So I used those more and more as the year went on after I was sure that they were well vetted. In other words, what they were putting out there was accurate. We probably want to have a 3-ring binder with some fill paper. I'll be giving you lots of handouts, but we would 3-hole punch those and put those in there. There's a lot of paperwork in this class, but a lot of good information in that paper book. The books that you do not have to buy, but that I might recommend, would be Barron's AP Art History by John Nisi. I have the 4th edition from last year, and there's now a 6th edition as well. I used that book to develop the curriculum and some of the test questions because they are the same as previous College Board exams. So it is an expensive book, $40 to $50. So I don't expect everybody to buy it. We have a copy in the room, actually 2 copies. That you can look at any time. But if you do get that book as a reward for having that, I will be taking quiz questions and test questions from their practice quizzes and tests. So when you take those quizzes and tests, you will see some of the questions that are in the Barron's AP Art History text. The annotated Mona Lisa, we also have copies in class. It's a good summary of big ideas. It's not enough for you to be able to pass the test at the end of the year. However, it is a good way to get a grasp on the differences between different movements, especially in Western art. Fred Kleiner's Gardner's Art Through the Ages is also available in the classroom. It is extensive. It is the college text that most art history majors used in college. And we'll have that for you to look at as well. As far as grades go, you're going to have quizzes that you do with partners. There'll be a reward for taking good notes. There'll be some projects and presentations, and then there'll be some individualized tests. As the year goes forward, we'll go from having test corrections so that you get a second chance at learning some of the material if you weren't prepared on the day of the test, to having some cheat sheets that will help you summarize the information a second time before you come into test day, to eventually testing without support structures so that you're familiar with what it's like before you take the test from the College Board. May 14th? What is the actual day? Test day is May 14th this year, yes. Okay. From time to time, people will miss classes, or we may have to make up time for school events or things that are added. I have a calendar linked to this page, and that's on our Canvas page. And if you are to miss a day, or if we have to move forward rapidly, you can use those websites, the textbooks, to take notes individually. If you miss a test or a quiz, I expect you to be ready the next day or the next flex period to make that up. I expect you to participate, to be on time, to do the homework, to take notes, and maybe join me at the Art Museum one weekend for a chance to see art up close and in person. The quarters are broken down so that we'll do units 1 and 2 during first quarter, units 3, 4, and 5, part of 5, second quarter. 5 and 6 are the end of 5 and 6, and 7th during fourth quarter, with a week to study for the exam. The calendar, if we go to that link, is by piece. So if we open that up, you can see that today we're expecting to do introductions to one another, but I'm not here, so we won't be able to do that. Then tomorrow we would cover Stonehenge, the bulls of Lascaux, the Great Hall. And then next year we'll move on to more sculpture and drawing and painting from prehistoric art. And then in red over here on the 22nd, we have a homework assignment where you're expected to look up the terracotta fragment using our website on your own. That is by design so that I know that you're able to do that. So we'll check that on Monday, the 25th, and take our first partner quiz, and then move on to Africa, and so on and so forth. So any day that you miss, you can see what you have missed so that you can make it up. It is a lot of information, but it is all very interesting information. I think you will enjoy learning about it in the order that it is set up here. A couple of changes from last year. You get the advantage of having me going through this a second time, so I have a better idea about what we really need to focus on and what we might not need to focus on this year. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And while I am out here, what I would like you to do to get yourself kind of prepared is, if you do go into modules, you'll see Unit 1 is here for you, and that you can start to look at Unit 1 as a slideshow. There are images and notes to familiarize yourself with. It is responding slowly to me, but you can see there is a lot of information there. How many slides in this one? 100? There's a lot. Yeah. So you can start going through there and taking some time to look up some of the pieces and get some idea about what we'll be covering in class. There's plenty for you to take advantage of. When we get there, I'll go through prehistory with you. We'll get ourselves caught up, and we'll adjust the calendar so that everybody's in the same place, but that we also feel good before we take our first partner quiz. So I'm excited for a chance to get to meet everybody. I look forward to getting to talk with you in person. And I am excited about the school year. So take some time, take a look, kind of get yourself ready, get that 3-ring binder, think about whether or not you're going to get some support text material, explore those websites, and I will see you soon. All right, bye guys.